Wait a second.
Long dick.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Delta, back with another video. In today's video, we have a super stock full-size class. If you guys have been enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post, and let's get right into today's video, guys.
Alrighty, crowd, today's show we have a super stock class. Let's get ready to count down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get derby in. Alrighty, here we go. We got Delta backing up from the Sky High car. Full track hit. Looks like he's lining up on Nug here. He does. Two Sueys, Hunter and Derby Guy driving the Sueys out here tonight. Delta trying to miss a front wheel tire shot on Hago there. Sueys bouncing off each other on the east end of the track. Delta trying to line up bumper to bumper here. Doesn't seem to be able to find it. Able to connect with Nug here. Hago shoved up against the wall. Hunter and Derby Guy. Suey to Suey. Derby Guy rear-ending up to Hago. They're all stuck down here on the east end of the track. Nug is trying to get back onto the track. Finally a clearance. Here comes Nug. Hunter on to Delta. Delta trying to line something up here. Hunter riding to the rear end of Delta, shoving him up against the wall. Here comes Hago, followed by Derby Guy. Nug and Delta just trying to make use of that rear end. Derby Guy puts a good one on Hunter there. Followed up by Delta on to Nug. Hago riding the rear end of Derby Guy right now. Delta putting Nug up into the wall. Some Suey on Suey action down here on the east end of the track. Derby Guy has Hunter pinned up against the wall. Here comes the rest of the crowd. Nug on to Delta, payback from the wall hit. Whoa, Delta takes a right up Nug's rear end. Here he comes for a full track hit on Nug. Nug doesn't like it, he takes matters into his own hands. Hey, go, catching the front end of Nug there, followed up by Derby Guy and Delta right center of the track. Delta putting Derby Guy into the wall. Nug decided not to hit that rear end. He knew better. Here goes Derby Guy, full track on Hunter. Pushing him out of the arena. Nug and Delta just trying to line something up, make it easy hit here. Give them a grace period to get Hunter back on the track here. He's back on, we're green. Delta receiving a big one from Hago. Here comes Hunter, swinging a miss. Delta on the Derby Guy. Hunter can't connect with Delta. Derby Guy seems to have lost the rear wheel there. Or Hago, my fault. Hago seems to have lost the rear wheel there in the center track. Nug with a big one onto Hago. Delta lining up Derby Guy's rear end into the wall. Derby Guy falls up, shoving him back into the wall. They might be stuck here. Derby Guy throwing it that's around like a rag doll. He made damn sure to take care of Delta's steering there. Cars in the track not even knowing what the hell to do. We're under a green right now. Here we go, boys. Let's get back to Derby in. Delta trying to get payback on Derby Guy here. He pulls out the fucking clicker. Sabotage trying to pull his wheels off. Holy. We are back to Derby in, guys. The Suey is back moving. Delta on the Derby Guy. Here comes Hunter, splits it up. Delta just sitting there chilling. We are under green. Will he be put on the clock? I'm not sure. Hunter on the Derby Guy, standing above at the far end of the track there. Here comes Nug following it up. Delta, you are on the clock, buddy. Here comes Hunter. He says, buddy, you ain't gonna sit there for free. Pay the tax up against the wall. Nug with a follow-up. Derby Guy seems to be having some trouble down on the wall. F7's himself illegally. Delta finally get that son of a gun moving. Here we go. Big ol' hit on a Hunter. By golly, if this wasn't a fun run, we'd have disqualification after disqualification. Nug on to Delta, shoving him back into the wall. That rear end bending just fine. Delta on to Hunter. Everybody just trying to make a hit with what little steering they have left. Delta to the wall. Hago is out. Here comes Nug on the Delta. Hunter down there battling it out with himself and that steering. Delta making the hardest hit of the night to the wall. Straight into the front end of Derby guy here. We have a clusterfuck on the track. Everybody else is stuck together. Delta finally able to break loose. Two Sueys together making love in the middle of the track. Here comes Nug to put it into it. Delta comes screaming out like a flying squirrel. Lays one down on Hago, who's been out for the past 30 minutes. Now he's stuck. Back on the Hunter. Derby guy seems to have put himself out, reset himself outside of the track. We are down to 3 now. Delta backing it up. Nug Born seems to be coming down the track, trying to hit one on Delta. Seems to miss here. Delta shoving Hago out of the track. He says, get that bullshit out of here. Tired of hitting that out car. Hago decides, buddy, you don't get to make decisions for me. Even if I'm out, I'm staying on the track. Delta stuck to Hago yet again. Here he goes, decides to reset his fucking car, flying down from the sky. Back to green, here we go. We are down to 3. Nugget Born, Hunter, and Delta. Delta laying a big one down on Hunter. He seems to be trying to come back for revenge. Doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Nug riding up the rear end of Hunter down there. Here comes Delta trying to lay one on him. He does connect. Hunter and Nug nearly center track. No steering on just about any of these cars. Nug might have just an ounce of steering there. Delta into Hunter into the wall. Nug on to Hunter. This seems to be a 2-for-1. Back into the wall. Delta going to take his revenge on Nug here. Try to claim his spot as top car. Plenty of gas in that 8 car down there. Hunter flying off the fucking track. No idea where he went. Flying over the track yet again. See the shadows of a flying Derby car. Down to 2. Nug and Delta. Knowing these guys, they're going to try and take it out as best as they can. Bumper to bumper to the very end. Gas to gas. Nug on the Delta. Nug trying to take control of the situation here. Delta trying to lay one down back on Nug. He misses. Big old shot down the line. Bumper to bumper. Big hit from Delta. He wants to do it again. These two cars could battle it out for hours. Nug on the Delta. One of these guys just trying to put it into this. Delta spinning in circles. Waiting to line something up good. Swinging a miss from Nug. Holds it back for another one. Into the wall. Both of them just trying to make good connection here. Nug with contact. Delta looking for a line. He sees it. Oh, he doesn't take it. Nug scrambling to get out of there. Delta looking for a line. Here he goes. Sees the one he had before connected this time. These cars out here messing around outside the track. Looks like they might be stuck in our track instead of a red flag here. Alrighty, we're green. Back to Derbian. Nug and Delta head to head, center track. That Sky High Vic sitting way up in the air. We'd love to see that. Nug trying to take advantage of a full track. He does. I am very surprised that that bubble Vic out there is still running. Still able to get around. As the promotion, as a sponsor, we can see Sky High steering shafts hold up pretty nice. Delta trying to line one up on Nug here. Just a little connection, spinning around into the track. Both of them backing it up, swinging a miss from Delta. Nug able to make some connection there. This could come down to gas or steering. Delta pounding Nug into the wall. What a big hit there. Trying to get himself turned around. Here comes Nug. Swinging a miss into the wall. Delta trying to line them up again. Here we go. One v one, Delta versus Nugget Porn. Who will take it home? Got a tail whip from Delta, holding him up against the wall here. Tries to go nose to nose, barely scrapes the side. Here we go backwards. He sees that wheel. He takes it. Nug losing a rear end wheel there. He calls it. Your winner, Delta, in the Sky High Metal Mayhem car.
Yo, if you guys stuck it around, thank you for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are on our way to 500 subscribers, guys. We're trying to hit that by the end of the month of August. So if you guys do, please, like I said, like the videos, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.